Hello dear students, a very good morning to all of you. Dear children, as we all know about the valency, what is valency? Valency is the combining capacity of any element. Okay, for example, in NaCl, as Na is combining with one chlorine atom, means the valency of sodium would be 1. In MgCl2, Mg is combining with 2 atoms of chlorine. Okay, so the valency would be for magnesium is 2. In aluminium chloride, aluminium is combining with 3 chlorine atom, valency would be 3. And in SnCl4, Sn is combining with 4 chlorine atom, means valency would be 4 here. Okay, so as you can see here that in periodic table, many elements shows only a particular type of valency, like Na is showing only one type of valency, Mg is also showing only one type of valency, that is 2, and aluminium is also showing only one type of valency, that is 3. Okay, but some of the element in periodic table also shows more than one type of valency. Okay, so this phenomena is known as variable valency. Okay, in what is the phenomena? When an element shows more than one type of valency is known as variable valency. Okay, so in today's topic we will talk about the same variable valency and its causes. Okay, so let's start the topic. Variable electrovalency and its causes. Okay, I have written electrovalency here. We just finished the electrovalent bond, so that's why I have taken electrovalency here. What is electrovalency? The number of electron which takes part in the bond formation. And which bond? Electrovalent bond. Okay, so the number of electron which takes part in electrovalent bond formation is known as electrovalency. Okay, for example, in magnesium oxide, as we know that magnesium transfers one pair of electron, or you can say 2 electron, to oxygen atom, and as oxygen atom has 6 electrons in its outermost shell, so after accepting this pair it can complete its octet. Okay, so that's why it accepts these electrons and form electrovalent bond with MgO. Okay, so in this case 2 is the electrovalency. Okay, as 2 electrons are transferred by magnesium and 2 electrons are accepted by oxygen. Okay, so for both these atoms electrovalency would be 2. Okay, so now you know about the variable electrovalency. Okay, when an element will show more than one type of electrovalency will known as variable electrovalency. Okay, so now we will talk about the causes. What is the causes behind variable valency or variable electrovalency? Okay, so for the variable valency there can be 2 reasons. First is nature of core or kernel, and second point is inert pair effect. Okay, so let's discuss the first point. So in first point I have introduced you with core and kernel. Okay, it may be a new term for you. So let's discuss core and or kernel first. So what is core and kernel? So when an atom loses some electron, then the remaining part, okay, which is left behind, is known as core or kernel. For example, if lithium is losing one electron and changed into Li plus, so this is core or kernel. Okay, so now you know about the core and kernel. Now we will discuss nature of core and kernel. So the nature of core or kernel can be of two types, stable or unstable. Okay, and we will measure stability or instability on the basis of its electronic configuration. For example, as we know, lithium has 3 electrons. So for 3 electron, configuration will be 1s2, 2s1. Okay, and when it loses 1 electron, after that it will change into Li plus, and in this case configuration would be 1s2, 2s0. Okay, means 1s2, you can write only 1s2 also. Okay, so as you can see here that 1s2 is a stable configuration as it is fully filled. Okay, so this kernel, we can say that the nature of this kernel is stable. So if this kernel is stable, so definitely it will not allow the elimination of further electrons. Okay, so as no electrons will be removed further, so Li will show only one type of valency, that is 1 here. Okay, so means when kernel formed is stable, then the element will show only one type of valency. Okay, let's take the second case. Suppose we are talking about iron, and iron has 26 electrons. So for 26, configuration will be 1s2 dash 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 3d6 4s2, right? And as we know that iron can lose 2 electrons. So after losing these 2 electrons, it will change into Fe plus 2. So for this kernel, electronic configuration would be 1s2 dash 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 3d6 4s0, or you can write only 3d6 here. Okay, so as you can see here that 3d6 is neither fully filled nor just half filled. So in order to acquire more stability, okay, Fe will lose one more electron, Fe plus 2 will lose one more electron, and after losing one more electron it will change into Fe plus 3, and for this kernel configuration would be 3d5, which is just half filled and more stable. Okay, so as you can see here that to attain more stability, it is losing one more electron, and this procedure leads to the variable valency. Okay, so because of this procedure, iron can show plus 2 or plus 3 valencies. Okay, so this is the reason behind variable valency. This is the first reason, nature of core. If the nature of core is stable, then element will show only one type of valency, and if the kernel formed is unstable in nature, then the element will show more than one type of valency. Okay, now we'll talk about the second point. Second point is inert pair effect. So to understand this effect, let's take example of Sn. So electronic configuration for Sn is 1s2 dash 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 4d10 5s2 and 5p2. Okay, means it has 2 electrons in S subshell and 2 electrons in P subshell. Okay, and both these subshells are belongs to outermost shell. Okay, now let's take a case in which we are supplying a huge amount of energy to Sn. Okay, so when we apply a sufficient amount of energy to Sn, then in that case both these pairs, okay, means 2 electrons of 5s and 2 electrons of 5p will accept that energy and get excited, and after excitement they will take part in the bond formation. So definitely they will contribute to decide the valency. Okay, so in that case, which case, in the case in which we are supplying sufficient energy, okay, in that case the valency would be +4, as 2 electrons of 5s and 2 electrons of 5p, okay, all the 4 electrons are taking part in the bond formation. Okay, so this is the first case. Now suppose second case, and in this case we are supplying a less amount of energy which is not sufficient to the excitement of 5s2 electron as well as for 5p2 electron. Okay, so in this case when you apply less amount of energy, in this case only these electron, only 5p2 electron will excited, and in that case the valency would be +2 only. Okay, because 5s2 electrons are not taking part in the bond formation. Okay, now now question is why 5s2 electrons are not taking part in case of less amount of energy? Because 5s2 and 5p2, the energy difference between 5s2 and 5p2 is huge, and in this case the energy is sufficient only for the excitement of these electrons. Okay, so in this case these electrons can't take part in the bond formation. Okay, so that is the reason that in this case valency will change from +4 to +2. Okay, so this is the second reason of variable valency, that is inert pair effect. Okay, now what is the definition of inert pair effect? So you can write that the non-participation of s electron because of the energy difference between s and p subshell is known as inert pair effect, which leads to the variable valency. Okay, so these are the two reasons for the variable valency, nature of kernel, and next is inert pair effect. I hope it is clear for you. Thank you.